Good morning, y'all. It's Gojiberry Terri here this morning, and I'm going to do a recipe for diabetes. And you know, type 1 diabetes means that your pancreas is not putting off enough insulin, and you have to supplement the insulin. And it's a little bit trickier to get rid of. However, it is doable. I suggest you watch The Mindful Diabetic. He's got some great ideas. And type 2 diabetes is diet related. So the main thing you have to do is get off of animal fat. Animal products have uric acid and they have fat in them, and that's one of the main things that is not beneficial for diabetics. So that's number one. And the second thing is your juices. Now, there's controversy about whether diabetics can have sugar juices. Well, I believe they can. Maybe the first 2 or 3 days you want to stick with just your green juices, and maybe for if you can't stand the taste of it, if it's too grassy and earthy for you, then maybe throw in a small green apple or two, or maybe a couple of carrots. So this one we're going to do today, I'm going to put some carrots and ginger in it, and lemon. It helps a little bit too. So I'm drinking a watermelon juice that I juiced yesterday, and it's delicious. And I'm on my 4th day of my second long-term juice feast, and I'm looking forward to seeing the difference from the one I did last year to this year. I'm shooting for 100 days or until I'm pooping juice, whichever one comes first. Okay, so we're going to do what I've done. This one right here I've already done. Is I used 2 big leaves of kale, and I'm going to use 2 large cucumbers. And of course, everything's organic. You don't want to put more chemicals back in your body by buying non-organic with pesticides and herbicides and chemicals on them. So you want to make sure and get organic. And usually what I do, and it's you don't have to, but because a lot of gurus say don't wash them and eat them, fresh out of the garden, you get the B12, the dirt, the minerals. However, I have to buy them at the market, and you don't know who's touched them, and when they go through the thing, they're grabbing them, and you don't know where their hands have been. So I kosher. I pour some of my Himalayan salt or my Redmond's Real Salt in a bunch of really good deionized fresh water, and I kosher them for about 10 minutes or so. Just wash them in that water and get the bacteria dead. Salt kills bacteria, so it's great for that. Okay, so anyway, we're going to do 2 of these, and then we're going to do 2 large cucumbers and 3 small carrots or 2 large carrots, and about 1/2 of a thumb of ginger. Unless you really like ginger, maybe do a whole thumb. That's a thumb. I don't know if y'all can see this, so I'm going to move it a little closer. Here we go. Now you can see what I'm doing a little bit, but this is going to yielded about 20 ounces. This is a little over 16, and then I had a few more. I had about 4 more ounces left in the pitcher. So, and that's a good starter for diabetics. Some people are like, well, doesn't carrots have sugar? Well, not much. And the diabetics are still allowed some type of form of sugar, but the best sugar you can get is from vegetables and fruits, the fructose or the veggies. These really don't have a lot of sugar, if any, in my opinion, but they do have some. But it helps the flavor, and a small green apple or 2 will help the flavor. Now, I'm going to do some other green juices that are a little bit more tasty than these. This is all I had at the moment for diabetic type of juicing. I need to go to the market. So after I go to the market, I'll do some more on green juices for diabetics without any sugars in them at all, and then some with some sugars in them. And then you just test your blood, do your little blood strip to see where your sugar's at before maybe you juice your apples. Now I use a Haram juicer because it's a slow juicer. And I like it, and I like the Norwalk, Norman Walker's juicer that he invented. And the whole thing behind a juicer is you want it to stimulate or emulate our chewing, because the bonobo gorillas that are the peace-loving herbivore, not herbivore, fruitator basically, type of diet. They eat mostly fruit, and then they can throw 1,000 pounds around like it's nothing. So they're getting plenty of protein from fruit. You can get plenty of protein from fruit and greens, but when they eat their greens, they typically chew them and chew them and chew them and chew them, and then they spit out the fiber so that they're not having to do so much digesting. Anyway, so you want a good slow juicer. There's a lot of centrifuge juicers out there, and in my opinion, they go too fast. Yeah, they'll get your juice done really fast, but it destroys some of the biophotons, and it doesn't yield as much juice. So I'm saying that you're going to get with 2 of these, and 2 large cucumbers, and 3 carrots, and a half a thumb of ginger, and a small lemon, you're going to get 20 ounces in a haram. Now, what you get in another juicer, I'm not sure. But I used to, back in the day, use my Jack LaLanne juicer, and it was the same thing, centrifuge juicer, and man, it was pricey compared to what I juice with this one now. So anyway, you turn on your haram, and y'all that have one know what I'm talking about, and go ahead and stick your carrot in. Now, I typically cut up the cucumbers in pickle style, and that's how I do them, pickle style. And then you want to kind of alternate your carrots and your cucumbers, so your cucumbers are a little more watery, and then put some of your kale in there. And I use a glass bowl, and I use this strainer, and unfortunately, the only thing I can find is metal. I prefer to have something more earth-oriented, but it's on its way. So meanwhile, you got to use what you got. I'm still researching it. Anyway, you might use a little pusher to push it down. But see, this juicer goes slow. It's designed like our teeth and the gorillas, how they chew their fibrous and their juices until they're juiced. And then a lot of times they'll spit the fiber out, especially greens. They're more fruititors. I'll drop some. Just do stem and all. Stick the stem in there. And then alternate it with some more cucumber. And then maybe put a carrot in there. You kind of got to go slow so it doesn't lock up on you. And I prefer to get carrots that have the greens on the top because I juice them too, and there are a lot of nutrients in the carrot greens as well as the carrot. In the carrot, you're getting your beta-carotene, which is great for your vision. I've had several people reverse their vision, including myself, by juicing a lot of carrots. And you got to be kind of careful because when you start turning orange, you know you've maybe juiced too many. It happens. So that's basically, now I'll finish two of these, 2 large cucumbers, 3 carrots, half of, this is a small thumb, half of a small thumb of ginger if you want some ginger, 1 small lemon, I've already done the lemon, and that's it. And then if you want to add some sea salt or some cayenne or something, that's always nice too. But that's it. That's the green juice for today. I'll do another one over the next couple days. Thanks for stopping in. Namaste. Shalom. Satnam. Peace. Gojiberry out.